Hi, this is Mrs. Ziegler, and I'm going to go through your Unit 1 motion notes, which will be on the concepts for speed, velocity, and acceleration. So we know that there's two different types of data, qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data is data that is collected that uses our senses. They do not have numbers. They are qualitative words, so describing words. So for the example here, the car is red. Where quantitative data is data that does involve numbers and measurements. It has numbers. So the example here is the car goes 45 miles per hour. We know what distance is. Distance is a measurement of length in which it measures a change in position of an object in one direction. The different types of units that we know are listed here, but the SI unit that you need to know is meter, lowercase m, and the tool that we use is the meter stick and ruler, but an odometer can also measure distance. The metric system is what we use, even though that we measure distance in different ways, such as inches, miles, feet. But again, you need to know meters is the SI unit that we have to use. Time, we know, is how long an event occurs. And again, there's many different units, like the ones listed here, and we use the stopwatch or clock to measure the time. Seconds, again, is our SI unit that we have to know and use. Speed describes how fast an object moves over the amount of distance over time. So the formula to calculate speed is shown here, which is speed is equal to distance divided by time. We will be doing calculations in our next unit. We just need to know and be able to describe what speed is. Again, these are the units listed. Again, we will care more about this in the next unit. You just need to know how to define or what the definition of speed is. For velocity and acceleration. So velocity is how fast and which direction an object is moving. This is measured the same way as speed is measured with the same units, but velocity is what's called a vector. So remember what a vector is. A vector is something that has magnitude and direction. Magnitude is a number, in this case for velocity is how fast, and then the direction is the direction of the arrow that is shown. Speed is what's called a scalar, which a scalar just means that it has magnitude, which is an amount or number. It doesn't matter about the direction. When can we have constant speed versus constant velocity? So what is the difference? Well, the difference, again, constant speed is when you have the same speed where the direction doesn't matter, where constant velocity is the same speed and direction. So looking at this vehicle, the way that it's moving, we have constant speed and constant velocity. Here, as this car is moving, it's moving in a circle. It is constant speed, but changing velocity because the direction is changing. Here, we see that the car is speeding up. So therefore, this is changing speed and changing velocity because it's speeding up and slowing down. What is acceleration? Acceleration is how quickly something changes its velocity. Again, these units are something you're going to worry about next unit when we talk about the math. It is also a vector because direction matters for acceleration as well. There are three ways that an object can accelerate. One is by speeding up, by slowing down, or by changing direction, such as turning. So when you think of a car, it can do all three. You can accelerate, make the car go faster by speeding up and pressing on the gas pedal. You can slow the car down by braking, and then steering the wheel will be turning. So those are the three ways that a car can accelerate. So what do you know? We know that we know that speed only has to do with distance and time, whereas velocity is speed with direction. And then acceleration is a change in velocity, which means it's either a change in speed or a change in direction. So here we're going to go through and identify which is which. If I have a car traveling at 10 meters per second, that means that I have, I have velocity because it's giving me a direction and speed. When a plane takes off from the airport, it's speeding up, so therefore that's acceleration. I ran 10 miles in 2 hours. That is speed because I would take my distance over the amount of time to travel. Then I have car is going 60 miles per hour. Again, that's speed. There's no direction. She's riding her bike at 10 miles per hour towards the city. This is speed again because there's no direction. You slam on your brakes in your car. That is acceleration because we are slowing down. When we have a time position graph, the time always is on the x-axis, whereas the position is always on the y-axis, up, down. Velocity is the slope of the line. The steeper the slope is, the faster it will go. The sign of the slope shows the direction. A straight line shows that it's constant velocity. A curved line shows that it's acceleration. And then again, calculating acceleration is a mathematical equation that we will work on in the next unit. You are responsible for this information. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out.